Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. It is a new session now, and I think we gotta go for this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get Japan as a protectorate. Hiya. Alright, yeah, Japanese attitude worsened. Well, I guess I'm not really shocked by that. Get the boys together. So we do have a front here in Africa. For navies, they're outpacing us, but we've got good coastal defense forces. So, let's go ahead and put our primary combat corps on this frontier. And I don't know that there are other fronts. Only Great Britain and Korea could potentially get in on this. I think Korea's leaning very closely towards Japan. And I don't think Great Britain's going to get involved. Although they might get involved just to spite me, but we'll see. Hello? Shandong wants an embassy? Absolutely. Should I raise my conscripts? Who else is on France's side? It's just Sambas. And Sambas is down here. So that's not really a concern. Yeah, you know what? I think thinking I'm feeling pretty rock solid. Let's go ahead and put 8th Army in Japan. And I raised its conscripts. I'm also going to put 9th Army in Japan. So these forces will just guard Japan for us. Now we'll send the 4th Corps as well. We'll put the fleet, the Pacific Fleet over there. Diplomatic ties with Honduras. Very cool. Yes, 5th Corps also needs to be here in Africa. Where's our... Okay, there they are. I don't think we're going to be doing any naval invasions of France itself. That doesn't seem necessary or useful. Should I raise more conscripts? No, not yet at least. I don't want to be in a situation where I can't do a naval invasion due to the army being too big, but I'll raise the conscripts for 2nd Corps. As long as we got plenty of time before the war kicks off. Alright, we're going to have 130 battalions in France. I think that'll be perfectly fine. Gentry Assembly petition government. Representing his constituents in the Gentry Assembly, Pyotr Stolypin has issued a formal petition to the Russian government to pass laissez-faire. One last matter for the day, sir. Members of your constituency arrived this morning. They're asking rather loudly and insistently if you would meet with them about new legislation. Well, is that it? Goodness, you seem as if you've seen a ghost. I'm sure I can spare the last hours of the light for them, can't I? I believe so, sir. They weren't taking no for an answer. Laissez-faire is fine with me. Let's see. Actually, laissez-faire might be a problem now that we're on interventionism. Nope, it won't be. It's only the trade unions who are going to be mad, and I don't need to care about their opinion. Let's do it. Shazam. Time for some happy industrialists and more companies. France has got an army up here, but they're not... obviously, they're going to do a big naval invasion into Japan, but we'll have plenty of battalions there ready to stop them up. I think at this point, I'm going to put 5th Corps in Japan, because it doesn't seem like this front in Africa is really going to have be much of a front at all. So we'll just kind of take that territory. This is Anhalt. I don't need to get involved in that. This is Bhopal over here. I don't need to get involved in that. How's the construction queue looking? Construction queue is basically done. Ooh, bolt action rifle. Excellent. Did I forget to upgrade my artillery? I did. What a hero. We'll at least upgrade it for the artillery we've got at home. This might be a mistake. I'm not sure. Actually, it's going to take France forever to get troops over here. Let's upgrade the artillery here as well. Over in Japan as well. Obviously that's goofed up a lot of our trade routes, but it is what it is. Alright, here's a naval invasion in Ingria. That's probably perfectly fine. I'm not worried one bit about that. You know what? We're going to deploy some fleets to... Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a different war. Whew! Alright. Haha. Very nearly did myself a frighten there. Alright, so no one typically invades through the southern, through the Black Sea, so I'll put units up there. And then these fleets are deployed for battle with Britain. Let's go ahead and put them here. Oh, France is sending a big fleet. Let's go ahead and put the... No, you know what? We'll put our main fleet, our Baltic fleet, in the Baltic, and we'll put our secondary fleet in the Atlantic. We'll see what we can do with that. Another one in East Karelia. Again, we've got an army over there already, so I'm not concerning myself much with that whatsoever. I don't need both of these fleets here, so let's go ahead and place this one up in East Karelia, because their army is substantial here. We got another one in Arkhangelsk. Alright, we got our usual spread of naval invasions occurring. And we got a few Persian armies coming up here to fight the French over here. And a fourth in Kola. Where is Kola? Kola is... over here. Yep. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. You can... I don't have a problem if you invade there. They're sinking our convoys, but I just did a massive, massive increase in port facilities, so I'm not actually worried about that. We are attacking through to French North Africa at this time. So how much war support? France has actually minimal war support loss weekly, but hopefully that'll increase as they start to lose battles here. How are the battles looking? They're looking actually really good. This one a little bit less so, but only a little bit. The Timbuktu pipeline. So we're going to start having these pipeline events. This is normal for us. I'm probably just going to read this first one and then afterward just build them. Here's what they are. Oil companies operating in Timbuktu have requested government assistance in funding a pipeline, promising that its construction will be accompanied by other infrastructure improvements. Putting a liquid inside a solid, putting that whole solid inside another solid, and propelling the whole mass across a railway. Trust me, in the future they will laugh at how we once did this. Now let me show you how simple it could be. It'll just be like turning on a tap. We'll contribute to the funding of this project, extra 10 infrastructure for £100 a week, and Industrial's happy for 2 years, or it's not in the budget, Industrial's mad. I'm always going to go with this first decision. The expense is minuscule for a bunch of extra infrastructure. This thing where there's a revolt in Krakow, I can't be bothered. Alright, so these two armies have finished out their wars over here. They're just going to come back to deal with this uprising in Finland, and I think that's completely fine. I'm not at all worried about that. This fleet's got someone raiding convoys, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Alright, beautiful. France is still fighting us here in the Baltic, but we're winning that battle. We are winning these naval invasion battles as well. Shandong is in default. Well, that doesn't concern me. Oh my goodness. Discord within the Orthodox Church. An influential faction within the Orthodox Church has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of laissez-faire. Themselves in favor of the law, they've now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. How can you all stand idly by and watch the world pass before your eyes? Have you no sense of honor, of duty to your fellow man? I say nay to such lack of ambition, and I dare say I am not alone in this. With their support, the bill shall pass. This gives us 15% enactment chance and weakens the Orthodox Church. Or we can go 10% instead to weaken the Orthodox Church a lot more and make the industrialists stronger. I don't want to do that because the industrialists are not in the government. So with their support, the bill shall pass. Get started with this. Just keeping watch on this army, making sure they don't go anywhere. There's the war with fascist Finland kicking off. Gathering a lot of armies in Egypt, France. I'm not pleased about it. Ooh, a stable supply of power. Unlimited power! Oh, I switched over to siege artillery and forgot to make myself radios. No, I didn't. We're making radios. We're making radios. Okay, alright. Let me just make sure that's me making radios and not someone else. Yes, we're making radios. We're doing what we've got to do. Alright, a stable supply of power. The recent expansion of the power plants in Elizabethpol has inspired faith in a future where all of Russia is electrified. Trapping the power of the roaring rivers and waterfalls by transforming it into the power of a thunderstorm must be a sign that we are approaching the final stage of man's mastery over nature. Are we ready? Morally, intellectually, spiritually? It matters not. It is coming. Unlimited power! 33% throughput. Or there must be other ways to produce electricity. I'm going to say there must be other ways to produce electricity. That gets us progress for a steam turbine. And I love getting free progress. So we do have two armies. We do have a large army on its way over here to Japan. Or at least I think that's where they're going. We're fighting off some forces over here. Fascist Finland is good to go. I'm going to put the First Corps in Japan. Just to make sure the French don't try anything. And you know what? We'll raise the conscripts. They don't have a fleet over here, so I don't necessarily... Unless they're going to Vladivostok, but I don't think they're going to Vladivostok. With that being the case, though, I'm just going to station an army over here in the northern China HQ, just a small one, just to make sure they don't get up to anything. France is losing war support at a pretty solid rate. They're trying to liberate Yue. What's Yue? Oh no, this is Japan trying to liberate Yue from France. It's this. This area here. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, let's naval invade that. We'll do it with the 4th Corps. No, we'll do it with the 5th Corps. I hope this is Yue. I think this is Yue. Guangdong. This is the only area that France really kind of owns. Hold on. Can I get a better visual to... Guangdong and Suzhou. Yep. It's that area and this little part of France that France stole from Great Britain during the last war. With our help. Pretty cool. Alright, how are these battles going? 0% landing progress, 0% landing progress, 0% landing progress. Alright, we're doing well over here. France is losing war support at a rapid rate. And if we can grab Yue, we can be in a really solid spot. They do have 1 battalion there, but that's not really going to impact things. There we go. So now... Macau is owned by Portugal, so now we grab 5th Corps and we invade. Yeah. Because they're right there. Okay, they've stopped trying to invade up here? No, they've got a big army here. Let's wait till a battle kicks off and actually... Hold up. East Karelia. That's here. So I'm going to grab the 2nd Corps and move them to East Karelia. And that should sort things out. Schleswig wants to give us investment rights. I don't want investment rights in Schleswig. Now, if this war ends in a white peace, I believe Japan stays our protectorate. Japan is hardly losing... Hey! Consideration. Wonderful. Japan is hardly losing war support every week, but France is losing 2.25 right now. They can't get down to 0, but they can white peace out. Am I a negotiating participant here? I am, despite not having a war goal. Okay, France is going after Shandong, so we'll move this army here. And this fleet here to challenge the French forces there. Oh my goodness, there's a naval invasion happening of Persia. We will send the 1st Coastal Defense Force there. And we'll send the Grenadier Corps there as well. Needs another leader. Let's get this guy. He's a stalwart defender. Is he reckless? No, he's not. Alright. I'm doing this real fast, friends. Well, France really got a fleet in there fast. That I probably should have prevented that, but if Persia backs out of the war, it's not the end of the world. France is already down to 0 war support, or basically down to 0 war support, so I'm not really concerned that much. Force comparison here is looking okay. The play for power. Alexander Guchkov, leader of the petite bourgeoisie, has made a remarkable play for power in the capital in order to secure a spot for the petite bourgeoisie within the government. However, it's not entirely clear if they should be rewarded for their novel tactics. There's only one light in the street that leads to the petite bourgeoisie headquarters. There's also only one light inside. There, Alexander Guchkov relaxes among the sumptuous mahogany furniture and velvet cushions. The lamp is identical to those that have been sent from the east. The ends justify the means, and our means are very, very justified. It's difficult to not believe him when he offers an inviting seat by his side. He'll be recognized for this, or not all is fair in love and war. I can really dramatically impact the power of the petite bourgeoisie right now. They are headed up by a Democrat, which I don't love. Reducing loan interest rate is not that useful, but losing extra bureaucracy is bad. So you know what? Go for it. He'll be recognized. Mental note to increase my bureaucracy. Raising concerns. The Gentry Assembly have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Choosing is always hard, not because the decision is difficult to make, but because the consequences can be a bit inconvenient. Rumors are spreading like smoke from a factory, staining the clear air of Russia with a dense and vicious poison. Both of these factions are super duper pleased. I'm going to say this needs to be addressed mostly because I don't want the Gentry Assembly to lose approval. Well, their formations are large, but I'm hoping we can lock down this area without too much of a problem. Again, France is losing 3 war support per week, so shouldn't be too bad. And force comparison here is really solid. It's that siege artillery, friends. Oh, nope, now it's bad. if we should try a naval invasion of France proper, but I don't think so. Greenland's isolated. Okay, now I have no idea why. Well, we're short on bureaucracy anyway. What happened? Petit bourgeois, why are you mad now? But I chose you. Gosh darn it. Alright, hold on. I need to build myself up some more government buildings. Actually, no. I don't need to do that. What I need to do is switch up their production methods to using telephones. I don't have that. Why don't I have that? Oh, because it's central planning, and I'm way off from that. Never mind then. Let's build some more government buildings. Ha! What a smarty. Oh, so smart. Let's see if changing that fixes it. No? Okay. Alright, let's just build up... Put a bunch more in Moscow. We'll get them... We'll knock them right out. I don't know if that's the wisest, but I want to keep working on this war, because I'm hoping to get it done by the end of the episode, and I only got 10 minutes left. Alright. Let's... Alright, we're winning on the sea over here. I feel like they keep not landing troops. Are you okay? I think we're going to swap these armies over to defend. Because if we can keep ourselves on defense, we can keep from losing too much. And laissez-faire. Popular playwright endorses reform. In the midst of the debate surrounding laissez-faire, one of the country's leading playwrights, strongly associated with the industrialists, has staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret of the author's desire for the law to be passed. The man's viewpoints may be somewhat partisan, but sir, you cannot argue with his prose. Laissez-faire will be on everyone's lips now, 10% enactment chance, or it puts the industrialists in a good light, stronger industrialists, or let's ensure the play gets a wider international audience. I'm actually going to go with the last one. My chances here are really solid. No one is against this. And extra prestige is nice. It's not that much prestige, but it's not none prestige. We're in kind of tight rankings here. Alright, so at this stage, France does not want to give up and Japan will need a little time, but Japan will be prepared to white peace here. They would accept to take on debt. Wow, that's a lot of money, actually. I'm not going to take on a debt that size. Okay, so unfortunately, France has managed to land their large army. But if I put my army over here, perhaps that will solve things? Oh, no, it will not. Put them squarely on defense. We'll bring another army over. What's adamant defense do? Adamant defense, extra dug-in chance, reduced supply consumption. Alright, now we're getting bureaucracy back, which should help out our finances. Again, not something we really need, but we're doing just fine with. Alright, we are winning... We're winning some battles here. We're winning at least one battle. But being on the defense has been good for us. So I'm pretty pleased overall. And this army will be on the front in a week. This battle's still going on, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Our allies are in retreat, but that's not that big of a deal. We're the biggest economy in the world? We are. By how much? Only by a little, and mostly over the USA? That's bananas. Man, taking over all this French territory here in Africa early on in the game proved to be a real shot in the arm in terms of our ability to make the French do this. Everyone's supporting white peace. Why does nobody want white peace? Everyone's good to go. Hmm. This is curious. France still has... I think I need to take core territory. But if I can take core territory, I can get what I need. Okay, so they've bailed out over here. So let's go ahead and try a naval landing in Brittany with this army. And we'll see if we can get in there. Okay, so now this army is error handling its way somewhere. It's going really fast. I don't... Hold on. Yeah, it's error handling. Alright, so... Oh, boy. Oh, that's not great. You shouldn't be allowed to error handle yourself there. Well, hopefully we can land this quickly. I think this might have been a mistake. Nah. French locking down the area. Alright, the government of Persia has requested we dispatch a military mission. This keeps happening. I'm going to keep doing it. Inefficient agriculture. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in Revel, stating that their undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. The fertile soil of our people suffers, relegated to tired and callous hands, too exhausted from manual labor to perform at a decent level, too poor to be able to use more advanced tools that would make them more profitable. This industry is just a useless investment. We should follow their advice, additional migration attraction, an upper sternum pops radical, or they serve our purposes. I'm going to say they serve our purposes. I'm getting very good approval from the industrialists right now. So now they got units going off that way. This might prove to be a mistake, but we'll see how it goes. Hawaii investment rights? Sure, why not? Japan is in default. Cool. White peace out, you goofs. It's fine. It's fine. You've got... It's fine. It turns out you became my puppet for nothing. Ugh, automatic machine gun. Don't mind if I do. Oh my goodness. Armies are low. This guy is a bigoted surveyor. He seems good. And this guy's... Well, we can go with this defensive orator guy. You can go. What was I doing? Oh, I was looking at the research. Let's go ahead and start working on social techs, I guess, because we're actually really far. Well, but here's the thing. If we don't work on social techs, that's actually keeping kind of a buffer against getting these more volatile anarchism, socialism techs going. So I think we'll keep working on other stuff, actually. We just finished the automatic machine gun, and I am going to enable that. Let's start working on... See, sea lane strategies is what unlocks those scout cruisers, and they're really good. After that, we can essentially ignore destroyer. We'll throw in landing craft, and then we'll do some more production stuff. Capacitors up to electric railway is very useful. Steam turbine's nice because we got a lot of coal. And we'll worry about everything else later. That's a good tech queue. Come on, laissez-faire. Give me another success. Desperate allies. The proposal for laissez-faire has sat in a deadlock. The Gentry Assembly are advocating for enlisting Pyotr Voroshilov's assistance in rallying the armed forces in favor of the government. There, upon the cusp of the division, everyone sees that nobody has a majority yet. One by one it dawns. Hey, the game's paused. Stop going a place. Stop going a place. Stop it. Stop. Hey, come back here. Come back here. You're not supposed to be over there. Come back here. Stop it. Stop it. Oh. Sorry. One by one it dawns on them. The loose cannons, led by the most rabid dog of the bunch, have the votes they need to succeed. But who among them would be the first to climb off their ivory tower to win their favor? Make overtures to the undecided, 10% enactment chance, 15% armed forces strength. Slender the opposition to oblivion, some of those guys lose popularity, 10% enactment chance. Or forge ahead without them, we can win stronger Gentry Assembly, minus 5% enactment chance. I'm going to go with the first one. I think the armed forces being stronger is just fine. Is Japan just not going to white peace out until they're at 0 war support? Is that what happened over here? putting these guys back on attack for now. Try and get this front properly closed out. We are winning a battle over here. Oh, if I change up... If I start using machine guns, is that gonna... Oh, it's gonna goof up their organization. No. I will do it for the first corps. And I will do it for the 8th Army. As well as for the 3rd Corps and the 2nd Coastal Defense Force. And I'll get started with the 1st Coastal Defense Force. We'll go slow down here. And there's automatic machine guns. The Devil's Paintbrush. General Vasily Dragomirov's use of dedicated machine gun teams in the France versus Japanese Shogunate War has yielded advantageous results on the field of battle, leaving full platoons of enemies dead before they've even reached our lines. If anyone had told me that it would be possible to make a gun that would pull a cartridge belt into position, pull a loaded cartridge out of it, move it in front of the barrel, thrust it into the barrel, close the breech in a proper manner, cock the hammer, pull the trigger, fire off the cartridge, extract the empty shell and throw it out of the mechanism, feed a new cartridge into position, and to do all these things in the 10th of a second, I would not have believed it. But now I have seen it with my own eyes. Our two options are Vasily Dragomirov's mastery of this tool is unparalleled, gives him stalwart defender, or whatever happens, we have got the Maxim gun and they have not. 20% extra defense for him for 2 years. I'm going to give him Stalwart Defender. Longer term bonuses are better. And an exile from Persia. Alright, 4th Corps is up to 54%. Again, I don't want to dilute my combat power down here too much. We're experiencing effective defense over here. Never mind, we're not. We're going to lose this one, but that's okay. Oh, 4th Corps can also... enjoy delicious machine guns. We're mostly doing naval battles over here. Let's activate it for this army and see if the naval battles persist until their organization is back up. Force comparison is improving here, and I think it's due to the machine guns. Let's go ahead and activate that for a 2nd army. And we'll rush it in for the 3rd as well. Alright, naval invasion in Ingria. Alright, that's... oh shit. Oh, that's a problem. That's okay. We're in the area. We're where we want to be. We just need to make sure they don't do a 2nd naval invasion here. It's going to take them some time. This army is almost full on organization once again. Another one in East Karelia. That's here. Let's go ahead and put another army in the area. And these armies are on their way over to this front over here, which is just fine with me. Let's go ahead and flip them over to the machine gun method while they're en route, and they'll get that back later. With that having been said, I think that is going to be all we have time for today. We are winning this war. Again, Japan is feeling the pressure here, but not nearly as much as France is. And I think they'll peace out once they get to 0 war support. But anyway, that's a question for another time. For now, I've had fun. I hope you've had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.